Hey, beautiful yogis. Welcome to Kirsten Nielsen Yoga. Today is a block party. So we're using the blocks today as a way to train our bodies, support our bodies, and teach us how to fire all those little muscles that help with inversions, that help with even just getting stronger in our practice, really conditioning the body. So you will need 2 blocks today. We're going to have a lot of fun with these 2 bad boys. And those of you who like to practice to music, I have included a link to my Spotify playlist below with lots of playlists that you can listen to and use to spice this practice up a little bit. And those of you who like to donate to the channel to help to support me, there is a link in the description below as well. So grab your 2 blocks, your 2 babies for the practice, and let's get started. So finding a comfortable seat on your block, whether you'd like to sit in Virasana, so the sit bones are on the block is between the legs, or sitting cross-legged in Sukhasana on the block, completely up to you. You may even like to sit on 2 blocks for a little bit more height. Wherever you choose to be, just making sure that the spine is nice and tall. And we'll take just a couple minutes here to settle the energy, to drop us into that space where we feel we can open up to our practice and allow our practice to really imprint in. Eyes close. Heart gently begins to open. And we'll take a smooth breath in through the nose, Ujjayi. Slow, long exhale. And again, breathing in. Smooth out breath. We'll start to introduce Samavriti Pranayama, equal square breath, as a way to really just start to focus the attention and finding that real rhythm with the breath. So again, natural breath in, natural breath out. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Breathing in 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Breathing in 4, 3, lift the heart. 2, 1, hold. Bring the chin in towards the chest. Lift the heart. Draw the pelvic floor up. Lift the chin. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause on empty. Again, chin gently draws in. Heart lifts. Pelvic floor lifts. Hold, bandha lock. Lift chin. Big breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Hold, lock. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift chin. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Contain. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift chin. Breathing in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, lock. Lift chin, exhale. Pause on empty, hold, contain. Release, big breath in. Two more rounds. Chin gently draws in, heart lifts, pelvic floor lifts, hold. Lift chin, exhale. Hold on empty. Lift chin, big breath in. In. Soft pause. Out the mouth, let it go. Smooth breath in. Long breath out. And again, natural breath in. Natural breath out. Bringing the hands into prayer at the heart. Take a moment to maybe set an intention for your practice. How can your practice best serve you today? Support you? What is it that you need to breathe away? And what is it that you need to breathe in? And we'll open with the mantra Om. Either you can just stay silent and receive at home, or you can chant with me. Big breath in to prepare. Gently releasing the hands. Slowly blinking open the eyes. Welcome, yogis. All right, so we'll grab a hold of our two blocks. Place them towards the top of the mat on the highest height, about shoulder distance apart from one another. And then here, bringing the knees, hips distance, we'll already start to take a shoulder opener here. So we'll work the elbows onto the blocks, palms together, and we'll start to slide the knees a little bit further back, but we still want to keep the hips right on top of the knees as we start to send the fingertips down the back. So moving the hands down as we work the chest down towards the mat. Now here we find that happy medium of moving the heart down, but then drawing the front ribs in. So it's almost like we're gently tucking the pelvis under, or guiding the sit bones towards the backs of the knees as we find that subtle hollowing of the low belly. Now I know that this is pretty intense for the shoulders, so don't worry, we're not going to be here for too long. Envision sending the breath to the side ribs, back ribs. And then with every out breath, keep pressing down into the elbows and keeping that hollowing of the front body. Let's do 3 more deep breaths. Keeping the lips closed, exhaling out of the nose as you drop into Ujjayi. Last one, inhale. Full exhale. Then extending the arms forwards, bring the weight into the left arm as you press down and release the right hand down. Press down to the right hand as you start to release the left arm, lowering the left hand down. Then we'll walk the hands a little bit more forwards so that the middle fingers are just behind the blocks. And those of you who have done my how-to chaturanga, you'll know this little exercise really well. We'll slide the knees a little bit further back and bring the knees together. Already start to warm up the shoulders, the side body as we hug the thumbs in. And we'll do a little bit of chaturanga prep in a sense, but really it's just starting to fire the muscles around the shoulder girdle and start to get you nice and warm. So we'll shift the weight forwards and breathe in. Keep the containment of the low belly. Bend the elbows, lightly tap the blocks with the shoulder heads. And then back up, inhale. Bend the elbows, light tap. Those of you who want more fire, pick the knees off the mat, breathing in. Bending the elbows, light tap on the breath out. Keep hugging the thumbs in. Back up, inhale. One more. Exhale, lower. Now hold. Maybe tuck the toes under, pick the knees off the mat. 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down, press the earth away, come back up. And then exhale, walking the hands back. Bring the feet together, bring the knees together if they haven't already. Then start to move the sit bones back towards the heels, keeping the toes tucked under. Take a breath in, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, bend the elbows, cactus the arms, open out wide. Now here, keep that subtle containment of the low belly, lots of length in the low back. Turn the thumbs down and start to interlace the fingers behind the back. Making a fist with the hands, start to move the fist down towards the heels as the heart lifts up. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and down the back, maybe even sending the gaze up. Big inhale in. Long breath out. Smooth in breath. Full out breath. Then releasing the hands on the inhale. Shifting the weight forwards again, bringing the hands behind the blocks. We're going to do one more round. You choose knees off the mat or knees on the mat. I'm going to keep my knees down and I'm going to shift my pelvis forwards, take a breath in, scoop in the low belly, bend the elbows, lightly tap the blocks, breath out. Back up, inhale. Like the hands are on two jam jars, bend the elbows, light tap. Back up, breathe in. So you really want to feel the side body firing. Exhale, bend the elbows, light tap. Back up, inhale. Bet you're regretting keeping your knees off. One more, exhale. Back up, breathe in. And again, press back, walk the hands back. Back, keep the toes tucked under, sit bones back towards the heels once again. Arms sweep up overhead, big in breath. Cactus the arms, open out wide on the out breath, like you're pulling yourself up on a bar. So still feel that side body firing that you've just worked in your chaturanga. Again, turn the thumbs down. This time interlace the fingers with an unfamiliar grip, different thumb on top. Big breath in, start to move the fist towards the heels, heart lifts. Stay, long breath out. Smooth inhale. Ooh, had a little click there, long exhale. Gently coming back, releasing the hands, breathing in. Walking your hands forwards, move the blocks out of the way. Come into downward facing dog on the breath out. So knees nice and soft. Still think about firing the side body here, even in your down dog. So still think about the jam jars with the hands. Imagine like your hands are on two jam jars and you want to open the jam jars out wide. So you feel the thumbs gently hugging in, but the little fingers pressing out wide. Keeping the elbows soft, so we want to fire the muscles around the joint. And same thing like you did when you had your elbows on the blocks. Imagine like you're moving your chest more towards the thighs, like they were moving down towards your mat, but then hollow out through the low belly as you press down into the palms more. Start to draw the front ribs in. Rising up onto the balls of the feet, inhale. Bend the right knee, lower the left heel down, exhale. Keep that low belly containment. Rising up onto the balls of the feet, breathing in. Bend the left knee, breath out, lowering the right heel down. Rising up onto the balls of the feet. Look forwards on the breath out. Keep pressing earth away. Keep rounding the upper back. Start to tiptoe forwards. 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 You can bend the knees as much as you need. Big toes to touch. Halfway lift, breathing in, either hands to shins or fingertips to mat. Forward fold, long breath out. 2 more like that. Big inhale. Press down into the big toes, the root of the big toe. Fold in, long exhale. Low belly still scoops in away from the thighs. Last one. Big in breath. Sit bones back. Lengthen through the crown. Exhale to fold. Now halfway lift, breathe in, heel toe the feet, hips distance, and grab a hold of your block. This is going to be your best friend during practice. Bring the block on the thinnest setting between the inner thighs. Now, unfortunately for me, these are cork blocks, so they're a little heavier than regular blocks. That's good for me. Then press down into the heels. We'll bend the knees, squeeze the block in as we allow the arms to be heavy and start to roll all the way up to standing. So using blocks in our practice just gives us that other element and that other... It's just another way that we can really fire the muscles correctly to help support our practice and make us even stronger and really condition the body. So especially here with the block between the inner thighs, this will help a lot with any inversions like forearm balance or handstand when we're starting to work the legs to come together, because we need a lot of internal rotation. We need the inner thighs squeezing in. So press down into the feet. We'll sweep the arms up overhead, take an in-breath. Grab a hold of the right wrist, lean over towards the left on the out-breath. Squeeze the block in. Back to center, inhale. Grab a hold of the left wrist, lean over towards the right, squeeze the block on the exhale. Back to center, breath in. Forward fold, keep a hold of the block, long breath out. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the palms down. We'll start to waddle back. Waddle, waddle, waddle. We want to keep the block between the inner thighs as we come into our plank. Fingers spread wide. We think of the jam jars with the hands. We press back through the heels. And as we squeeze the block, it's almost like we want to shoot the block up towards the sky, up towards the ceiling. That'd be very interesting if you can do that. Pressing back through the heels, heart moving forwards. We'll take a breath in, shift the weight to the fingertips. Chaturanga on the breath out, think of the blocks, hold, inhale, go all the way down to the belly as you exhale. Now, it'll feel a little weird. You might have to loosen the block a little bit, so open the legs a little wider so that the block is firmly down onto the mat, and then squeeze the inner thighs in, come back to squeezing the block. Hands, slide them a little bit further back. So you really want to feel, again, the side body firing. Press down into the feet so much the knees come off the mat. Squeeze the block, start to roll the shoulders and take a breath in, lift the heart. Keep the pubic bone pressing down. Lower down, long breath out. And again, 2 more like that. Squeeze the block, roll the shoulders, heart lifts, inhale. Lower down, exhale. So the block will really start to fire the hamstrings now, backs of the legs, squeezing in, heart lifts up, inhale, think lots of length through the crown. Lower down, exhale. Now this time, pressing the pubic bone down, lift the heart up, take a breath in. Start to hover the hands off the mat on the breath out, sending the arms back. And you almost imagine like you want to have a block between the hands here. So you have that imaginary block between the hands. I'm not going to be mean and actually get a block for you guys. So don't worry about this one. Just imagine like it's there. Thumbs point down, hands hug in, shoulder blades come together and down the back. We take an in-breath. Press the pubic bone down. Either stay here or hover the feet off the mat on the out-breath, squeezing the block. Any stuff going on with the low back, lower the feet back down. Keep lengthening through the crown. You really feel that whole back body start to fire here. Keep spreading the toes. Think lots of energy forwards through the crown and lots of energy back through the feet. Big breath in. And then lower down, hands either side of the chest. Feet down, long breath out. Little rocks from side to side with the pelvis. Tuck the toes under, take a breath in. Either press up onto the knees and then downward facing dog, or going all the way to downward facing dog. You choose. But keep the block between the inner thighs. Softening through the knees and then squeezing that block in like you want to shoot the block back. So the inner thighs will naturally roll in. The sit bones will spread. Big breath in. Long breath out. And rising up onto the balls of the feet, inhale. Right knee bends, left heel lowers down, exhale. This will be a little tricky. Keep the squeezing of the block. And then again, rising up, balls of the feet, breathing in. Bend the left knee, lower the right heel down, breath out. Little squeeze. Rising up onto the balls of the feet, really squeeze that block in. Start to round the upper back. Send the gaze forwards between the hands as you exhale. And then start to tiptoe all the way to the top, keeping a hold of the block. Keep squeezing the inner thighs. Go all the way, all the way, all the way. Heels down, squeeze the block as you take a halfway lift. Again, imagine like you want to shoot the block back. Exhale, inner thigh squeeze in, forwards fold. 2 more, flat back in. Exhale to fold, weight to the toes. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hollow out through the low belly as you fold a little bit more on the breath out. Soften the knees, press down to the feet. Squeeze the block, sweep the arms up overhead. Take a big breath in. Grab a hold of the left wrist, lean to the right, squeezing the block on the breath out. Back to center, inhale. Grab a hold of the right wrist, lean to the left, squeeze the block, exhale. Back to center, breath in. Releasing the arms down, long breath out. So we'll do 3 rounds of sun salutes now with the block, all right? So what we'll do is when we go to upward facing dog or cobra, we're doing our best to keep a hold of our block, not to over squeeze the glutes, but really using the inner thighs more to hold the block. So press down to the feet, sweep the arms up overhead, take a big breath in. Think sit bones to heels. Knees soft, forward fold, long breath out. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the palms down, little step back, little waddle back to plank pose as you exhale. Take a breath in, shift the weight forwards to the fingertips. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga, either to the belly for cobra or roll through the feet, upward facing dog. Really squeeze the block. It will make the pelvis really heavy, but keep that containment of inner thighs rolling in. Exhale, chin to chest, press the floor away. Everyone downward facing dog we meet. Ooh, la la. If you have a heavy block, then I'm really sorry. I've got a very heavy block. I feel your pain. Take a big breath in. We'll have very strong inner thighs by the end of this. Long breath out. Rising up onto the balls of the feet, inhale. Now this is where things get a little interesting. Bend the knees as you exhale, looking forward, either stepping to the top or a little hop to the top with the block. Halfway lift, breathing in. Forward fold, long breath out. Press down through the feet, rise all the way up to standing, big inhale. Inner thighs roll back. Hands to pray at the heart, long exhale. Arms sweep up overhead, big breath in. Knees soft, forward fold, long breath out. Halfway lift to lengthen, inhale. Plant the palms down. You can either jump back straight to chaturanga, bend elbows, or little waddle back with the feet. Exhale, bending the elbows to chaturanga. Roll through the feet for upward facing dog or cobra. Big breath in. Hands drag to feet. Chin to chest, scoop in, downward facing dog. Keep squeezing the block as you press back. One breath in. One full breath out. Rising up onto the balls of the feet, inhale. Bend the knees as you exhale, step or hop. Halfway lift, breathing in. Forward fold, long breath out. Again, I apologize if you have a heavy block to jump. Press down to the feet, arms sweep up overhead, inhale. One more round, forward fold, exhale. Straight to it we go. Halfway lift in. Exhale, plant the palms, either jumping straight to chaturanga or little waddle back. Shifting weight forwards on the inhale, chaturanga on the exhale. Roll through the feet, upward facing dog, breathing in, or cobra. Downward facing dog, pressing back, long breath out. One inhale in. Smooth, steady breath out. Rising up onto the balls of the feet, inhale. Deep bend to the knees on the exhale, step or hop. Flat back to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Now things are going to get a little bit more interesting. Deep bend into the knees, sweep the arms, chair pose, breathing in. Hold on the breath out, sink a little deeper. Now really press down to the heels. I say this often. Imagine like you want to spread the mat out wide with the feet, but now you have the block, so keep squeezing inner thighs in. You might even want to bring the block on a wider setting if you prefer to keep your feet more hips distance. For me, I'm actually going to bring it on the thinner setting. That's better. Yeah. Inner thighs roll in and back. But keep spreading the mat out wide with the feet. Take a breath in. Only the arms, send them back, sink a bit deeper, breath out. Arms up overhead, inhale. Arms back, exhale. Arms up overhead, breathe in. Arms back, breath out. Take the block now. Heel toe the feet together. Bring the hands either side of the block. Work the palms together. Stay low still in your chair pose. Then bring the arms up overhead. Breathe in. Hold, squeeze the block in on the breath out. Rise up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale. Sit bones towards the heels. Exhale. Take a breath in. Lift the heart. As you exhale, lower the arms down as you lower the sit bones down. Pick the feet off the mat. Roll the shoulder heads down the back. Either stay here if you want more fire, arms overhead, take a breath in, spread the toes, squeeze the inner thighs in. Exhale, send the arms forward as you extend the legs forwards. And again, arms overhead, knees to chest, back up, breathe in. Extend the legs forwards, arms forwards, lower the low back down, breath out. Two more, inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, breathing in. Lower down, breath out. Back up, inhale. Then from here, draw the knees in towards the chest, bring the block to the shins, squeeze in, really curl and hold the shape, keep hovering the heels. Then from here, we're going to rock back on the breath in, stand up on the breath out, and bring the arms overhead, holding the block. Whew. Now you can use the hands if you need, all right? So we'll take a breath in, rock back, inhale up, or exhale up. Woo! Take an inhale, hold, exhale. Another big breath in, forward fold, long breath out. And then release the block. Grab a hold of your two blocks and make sure that they're either side of the mat. Well done. Oh la la. Halfway lift, breathing in. Forward fold, long breath out. Halfway lift, inhale. Grab a hold of your 2 blocks, bring them underneath the shoulders as you step the right foot back on the exhale. Slide the blocks even further back so they're right underneath the shoulders and sink deep into the left knee. Now keep pressing up like you're rolling again, that right inner thigh in and up. Almost like you have a really big block still between the legs. Keep pressing back through the heel as you lengthen through the crown. Take an inhale. Straightening out through the left leg, exhale. Soften the elbows as you fold. Left knee bends, wave it forwards, inhale. Don't let your pelvis drop too much. Press back, exhale. 2 more, deep breath in, wave it forwards. Exhale, press back. Last one, wave it forwards, breathing in. Pressing back, long breath out. Now deep bend into the front knee, inhale. Pivot the right heel down to the mat on the exhale. Then placing the block, so underneath your left hand to the inside of the left foot, using the resistance of the upper arm to knee, then releasing the right hand, extend the right arm up. So turning the right toes in a little bit more and then press down through the outside edge of the foot. Keep reaching up through the left fingertips, take an inhale. Either stay here or turn your little pinky finger in so the biceps rolling in and start to send your right arm forwards and think lots of length here for the side body. Keep turning the rib cage up towards the sky. And even imagine like that big block is still there between the inner thighs and you're hogging in. Big breath in. Straightening out through the right arm, reach the right fingertips straight up as you straighten out through the left leg. Keep the subtle soft bend in the left knee. Send your gaze down towards the left big toe. As we bend the left knee again, we'll walk the block forwards and come into half moon. So left knee bends. We walk the block forwards. Either we step the right foot in about 2 steps or big step, right leg lifts up. Now it's a little bit of a strange cue, but I want you to imagine like the block is still there between the inner thighs even here. So the right toes are turning slightly down, inner thighs still rolling in. And then think lots of length through the left side body. So lengthening from the crown all the way to the ball of the right foot. So rather than pointing or flexing, find a floint. A happy medium between a point and a flex. So lots of energy with the back foot. Take 1 more breath in. Deep bend into the left knee. Make this light, super light as we step the right foot back. And then moving the block that's underneath the left hand back to the inside of the foot. Straightening out through that left leg once again. Back to Trikonasana. Take an inhale. Long exhale, turn the right thumb down, bend the right elbow, work the hand behind the back. So work the forearm to the low back, bend into the front knee and start to sweep the left arm up overhead. Take a big breath in, reverse lunge, reverse warrior 2. Straightening out through the left leg once again on the breath out. So think lots of energy, lots of length from the left toes all the way to the left fingertips. Smooth inhale in. Then deep bend into the left knee once again. Release both of the arms, release both hands down. Bring the hands back to the blocks. Come up onto the ball of the right foot. We'll heel toe the left foot out wide. Bring the left hand a little wider. Keep the hands onto the blocks. Take an inhale. Now we'll sink a little bit deeper now into the hips. Walk the blocks a teeny tiny bit forwards and lower the forearms down onto the blocks. Here you can lower the right knee down. Or those who want more fire, keep the knee off the mat. Drag the feet towards one another. Big breath in. Full breath out. Ooh la la. One more inhale. Slow exhale. Then come back up onto the hands. Then step the right foot outside of the block. Turn the heels in. Take one of the blocks, bring them behind you or in line with the heels or a little bit further back from the heels on the middle height. Then bend the knees. Start to take a seat on the block. Malasana squat. Ooh la la. Move the other block out of the way just for a moment. Hands to pray at the heart. So the elbows go to the inner knees, the heart lifts high. And take a big breath in. We let the energy settle and then feel the breath go all the way down to the base on the out breath. Now, if you want more fire, we sweep the arms up overhead, inhale, press down into the feet, hover the sit bones away from the block, keep tracking the knees out wide. So we're using the strength of the glutes to track the knees out wide. Take another in-breath. Hands to the mat on the out breath, straightening out through the legs. Either you can choose here. You're going to come into a forward fold, folding in. Or those who want more of a challenge, you're going to walk the feet back, either side of the block. You're going to bring the knees to the upper arms. We'll come into crow pose. Heels will hold on to the block. And you'll start to shift forwards. Again, those who have a heavy block, bringing the heels in towards the butt, squeezing in, holding the block. 3, 2, and Upakasana, and 1. And forward fold, everyone release. Big breath in. Long breath out and take the block and bring it either side again of the mat. Folding in. Switching sides, take a halfway lift, breathing in. Grab a hold of the blocks. And then here we'll have our right foot forwards, we'll step our left foot back. Deep bend into the front knee. Coming up onto the fingertips, pressing back through the left heel. Big breath in. Exhale, gently straightening out through the right leg, elbows soften, breath out. Right knee bends, inhale. Pressing back, exhale. Right knee bends, wave it forwards, breathing in. Pressing back, long breath out. Last one, inhale. Pressing back, exhale. Right knee bends, breathing in. Pivot the left heel down to the mat, left toes turn in. Bring the block into the inside of that right foot. Then using the resistance of the upper arm to knee, sending the left arm up towards the sky, take an inhale. Press down into that left heel, turning the bicep in as you bring the left arm overhead on the exhale. Big breath in, turning the rib cage slightly up towards the sky. And again, imagine like there's a big block between the inner thighs, squeezing in. Smooth in breath. Extending that left arm straight up towards the sky as you straighten out through the right leg on the out breath. Keeping the softness in the right knee. Big inhale in. Gaze down towards the right big toe on the breath out. Now again, we'll bend into the front knee. We'll walk the block forwards. Either it's a big step to half moon or a couple steps. Whoa. I'm way more wobbly on my right side. And then again, left toes slightly turned down. Imagine again like that block is still there. Squeeze and hug in. Lots of length through the right side body. Keep lengthening through the crown. Shoulder blades come together and down the back. Big in breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale. Deep bend into the right knee. We'll go really light as we step back on the exhale. We walk the right hand back to the inside. We straighten out through the right leg. We come back to Trikonasana for a moment. Inhale. Turning the left thumb towards the back of the room as we bend the elbow, work the forearm behind the back. And then bend deeply into the right knee once again. Press down to the front heel, sweeping the right arm up overhead. Reverse warrior 2. Big in-breath in. Straightening out through the right leg on the breath out. Smooth inhale in. And then deep bend into the right knee as we windmill the hands down onto the blocks. Coming up onto the ball of the back foot. Heel toe the right foot out a little wider. Either we stay here, we lower down to the forearms, or we lower the back knee down. Again, keep dragging the feet towards one another. Keep sending the crown of the head forwards, heart forwards. Big breath in. Long breath out. Whew. Coming back up onto the hands on the in-breath. This time we lower the left knee down and we step the right foot back on the out-breath. We start to move the knees a little bit more forwards. Sit bones to heels. Well done. Whew. We take our 2 blocks, we bring them behind us as we finish the practice in a heart opener. So blocks on the middle height, the block that's closest to you, edge of the block underneath the shoulder blades or on the shoulder blades, whatever would feel best in your body. Second block for the back of the head. And you choose whether you like to bring the soles of the feet together nice and wide. Soles of feet together, knees nice and wide, or knees together, feet wide. I'm going to go knees together, feet wide. And we'll be here for around 6 to 7 deep breaths. So feel into this one. Maybe you might have to lift the hips up and think sit bones towards the backs of the knees so you keep the length through the low back. And every breath in, breathe in a little bit more space into the heart, into the chest. Every exhale, allow yourselves to get a little heavier on the blocks. Big breath in. Going all the way to empty on the breath out. Smooth in breath. Long out breath. And gently, when you feel ready, you can really stay here as long as you like. We're going to move into Shavasana from here. So if you prefer to stay, you stay for as long as you like. Otherwise, we'll plant the hands down. We'll peel our way back up. And either you can come into Shavasana, lying straight down onto the mat, lying on your back, so moving the props out of the way, finishing the block party. Or you can come back to bringing the block between the legs in Virasana or sitting cross-legged in Sukhasana as you seal the practice in stillness, either meditation or Shavasana. We'll take a big breath in here. Out the mouth, full breath out. Smooth inhale. Allowing the energy to settle on the exhale. Letting go of the control of the breath. allowing the practice to imprint in, the conditioning, embracing heaviness. And you can stay in your Shavasana and your stillness for as long as you like. Thank you for practicing with me today, yogis. Namaste.